Hello friends, welcome to Bidway's English Learning channel. Dear friends, since the launching my channel, I have shared some educational videos. Some of them were related with a few lessons from the book Yuvat Bharti along with English grammar. Today I am going to start poetry section in which I will share some poems. The response you have given me is very remarkable that inspired me to make the educational videos for you. Today I am going to start the first poem, Song of the Open Road, written by Walt Whitman. Let's start. Walt Whitman was born in 1819 and died in 1892. Was a well-known and American poet, essayist and journalist. He is often called the father of free verse. His major work, Leaves of Grass, was published in July 1855. The section of Song of the Open Road from Leaves of Grass is a beautiful blend of self-awareness, free will and tenderness of heart. The road signifies mobility. One can take the road as a point to start over towards something new. Whitman talks about the people and places. He argues against staying in one place for too long. So let's start the poem Song of the Open Road. In this first stanza, the speaker begins his journey. Walt Whitman writes, "A food and light-hearted, I take to the open road, healthy, free, the world before me, the long brown path before me leading wherever I choose." Here a foot means on the way. From this stanza, the reader is able to glean several important points. First, the speaker is setting out on the open road on foot. Secondly, he is light-hearted and cheerful and open to all he is about to experience. Additionally, the speaker recognizes that it is he who is in control of his journey. He will choose where the path will take him on his journey. He is also physically and mentally fit without any hesitations. He is all set to follow the road to his dream or destination, which will be healthy and free. His attitude seems positive, hopeful, and determined when he says, "The world before me." The journey is metaphorical for the journey of life. या ठिकाणी प्रवासाला निघालेल्या कवीने आपले मनोगत या कवितेतून व्यक्त केले आहे. या प्रवासाला सुरुवात करताना त्याला वाटणारी उत्सुकता त्याने नाट्यमय रूपात मांडली आहे. कवी मुक्त मनाने आपल्या जीवनाच्या प्रवासाला निघालेला आहे. आपली शारीरिक आणि मानसिक तयारी करून पुढे येणाऱ्या आव्हानांना तोंड देण्याची तयारी ठेवून मुक्त मनाने कवी आपल्या जीवनाच्या प्रवासाला निघाला आहे. कवीला आत्मविश्वास आहे की त्याला आपल्या जीवनाची दिशा ठरविण्याचे संपूर्ण स्वातंत्र्य. आपल्या ध्येयपूर्तीसाठी तो योग्य मार्गाची निवड करून किंवा स्वतःचा मार्ग निवडण्याचे स्वातंत्र्य त्याच्याकडे आहे. हा प्रवास म्हणजे जीवनाच्या प्रवासाचे रूपात्मक वर्णन आहे. In the second stanza continues the thoughts expressed in the first three lines. The speaker writes, "Henceforth I ask no, not good fortune. I myself am good fortune." In this stanza, the speaker says that he doesn't have to pray for good luck because he is the maker of his own good luck. He doesn't feel good luck must favor him. He will work hard and make his dream come true. No question of luck, but hard work is only way which can open the door of success for him. Henceforth I whimper no more, postpone no more, need nothing. Done with indoor complaints, libraries, curious criticism. Strong and content, I travel the open road. He will no longer cry or hesitate to do what he wants because he is in need of nothing. He is no longer content with being walled inside. He is strong and happy to be on the open road. He will now put his plans into action. He is no longer going to sit safe only complaining and not doing anything. He will stop to find excuses for postponing. He is ready to make use of every opportunity the world can provide, and he will not delay or complain, postpone or criticizes, blaming others. स्वतःचा मार्ग निवडण्याचे स्वातंत्र्य आपल्याजवळ आहे असा कवीला आत्मविश्वास वाटतो. त्यामुळे त्याला देवाची अनुकूलता मिळावी अशी अजिबात आशा नाही. त्याच्या मते तो स्वतःचे सुदैव आहे. कठोर परिश्रम करून आपले स्वप्न त्याला पूर्ण करायचे आहे. त्यामुळे नशिबापेक्षा कष्ट करण्यावर त्याचा प्रचंड विश्वास आहे. आता यापुढे तो लहानसहान गोष्टीबद्दल तक्रारी करत कुरबुरत राहणार नाही किंवा आजचे कार्य उद्यावर ढकलून टाळाटाळ देखील करणार नाही, तर आपल्या कल्पना प्रत्यक्ष कृतीत आणण्याचे तो प्रामाणिक प्रयत्न करणार आहे. केवळ तक्रार करीत निष्क्रियपणे एका जागेवर बसून राहणे थांबविणार आहे आणि काम पुढे ढकलण्यासाठी आता कोणतेही कारण किंवा निमित्त तो शोधणार नाही. द अर्थ that is sufficient. In the third stanza, the speaker makes reference to the earth and stars. He says, the earth that is sufficient. I don't want the constellations nearer. I know they are very well where they are. I know they suffice for those who belong to them. Here, the speaker seems to separate himself from others. He feels he is strong enough to meet all the problems of life that may come in his way. The earth is enough to provide his needs. He doesn't need destiny or a lucky star to help him. He is sure he can manage his life's journey. Constellations means too powerful or scholars. He says he doesn't need of powerful people to help him to his progress. आयुष्यातील सर्व समस्यांना सामोरे जाण्यासाठी आपण समर्थ आहोत असे त्याला वाटते. ही सृष्टी आपल्या गरजा पूर्ण करण्यासाठी समर्थ आहे असेही त्याला वाटते. त्यामुळे नियतीची किंवा नशिबाची किंवा शुभ्र ग्रहांची त्याला मुळीच गरज वाटत नाही. आपल्या आयुष्याचा प्रवास सोबळावर उत्तमरित्या पार पडेल अशी त्याला खात्री आहे. त्यामुळे प्रभावशाली लोकांची आपल्या प्रगतीसाठी मदत घेण्याची त्याला आवश्यकता वाटत नाही. ती ग्रहतारे व प्रभावशाली माणसे आपापल्या ठिकाणी योग्य आहेत असे त्याला वाटते. Still, here I carry my old delicious burdens. I carry them, men and women. I carry them with me wherever I go. I swear it is impossible for me to get rid of them. I am filled with them and I will fill them in return. In this fourth stanza, is physically separated from rest of the poem by Whitman's use of parentheses. He says in this stanza, in the last stanza, Whitman has used the parenthesis. Here he makes the stanza more of an aside than its own separate being. It is almost an afterthought that the speaker decides to throw in, but it is still important to Song of the Open Road. Here the speaker admits that he is not without his own problems, but instead of fretting, he relishes them. The reader can see this through Whitman's diction. His use of the word Whitman's conveys the sense of relish the speaker feels for his burden. In the second line of this stanza, the speaker admits to all that he carries them with him wherever he goes. The speaker declares that he cannot rid himself of them. Instead, he and his burdens share a symbiotic relationship of sorts. He is filled with his burdens, and in return, he fills them. The speaker is stating here that his burdens do not define him, rather, he accepts them and carries them with him wherever he goes. शेवटच्या 4 ओळीमध्ये कवी स्वतःकडे एक वेगळी व्यक्ती म्हणून अलिप्तपणे पाहतो. तो म्हणतो की अजूनही आसक्तीची, नातेसंबंधाची जुनी ओझे तो वागवत आहे. तो त्या ओझ्यांना गोड ओझी किंवा प्रेमळ बंधने असे म्हणतो, कारण ती त्याला हवीहवीशी वाटतात. ती त्याला प्रवासाला जाण्यापासून रोखू शकतात. त्यामुळे तो त्यांना स्वतःबरोबर घेऊन जाणार आहे. त्यांच्यापासून तो मुक्त होऊ शकेल असे कवीला मुळी वाटत नाही, कारण ती त्याच्या आयुष्याचा अविभाज्य भाग आहे आणि तोही त्याच्या आयुष्यात स्वतःला सामावून ठेवू इच्छितो. Now we will see some important features of the poem. The poem Song of the Open Road is one of the poems in a collection called Leaves of Grass. The poem is a dramatic monologue. The poem is in the form of free verse that doesn't rhyme or to have a regular rhythm. The road in the poem doesn't mean only the road to travel. The poet wants to suggest the journey of real life. In poetic devices, you may see paradox, metaphor, alliteration, inversion, repetition, and transferred epithet are used in this poem. The more special is the pronoun I is repeated 15 times in as many lines of the poem. Dear friend, I would like to present here a journey song which is closely related with this poem. So don't go ahead before listening it.
रुक जाना नहीं तू कहीं हार के, कांटों पे चल के मिलेंगे साए बाहर के। रुक जाना नहीं तू कहीं हार के, कांटों पे चल के मिलेंगे साए बाहर के। ओ राही 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 ओ राही। साथी न कारवां है ये तेरा इम्तिहान है, साथी न कारवां है ये तेरा इम्तिहान है। यूं ही चला चल दिल के सहारे, करती है मंजिल तुझको इशारे। देख कहीं कोई रोक नहीं ले तुझको पुकार के। ओ राही 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 ओ राही। रुक जाना नहीं तू कहीं हार के, कांटों पे चल के मिलेंगे साए बाहर के। ओ राही 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 ओ राही।
If you like, share, comment, and don't forget to subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching it.